Friday, August 8th, marked a day that Arizona's NFL fans had been circling on their calendars for months as the Kansas City Chiefs United Airlines Boeing 747 finally touched down at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, setting into motion a weekend filled with anticipation, energy, and hope. As the plane rolled to a stop under the brilliant Arizona sun, fans gathered near the tarmac, their excitement almost palpable in the desert air. Chiefs flags waved and the crowd's chants of "Go Chiefs" echoed out over the runway, their enthusiasm undimmed by the intense heat. One by one, the Chiefs players, smartly dressed in tailored suits, began to disembark, each step down the stairs drawing more cheers from the fans. The glint of the sun caught on Travis Kelce's dark glasses as he stepped out, backpack slung. Over his shoulder, a fresh haircut setting off his familiar face, a face that had become synonymous with determination, confidence, and, for many, victory. Cameras flashed, capturing Kelce's every move, while fans in number 87 jerseys stretched their arms high, hoping for a wave or a nod. Kelce's demeanor was noticeably different than his usual lighthearted, interview-ready self. Instead, he wore an air of intense focus, a clear indication that the team's mindset had shifted from off-season fun to game-time grit. It was the first time the Chiefs had returned to Arizona for a competitive game since last season, and the memories of their previous successes in this city lingered in the minds of players and fans alike. For many, the sight of Kelce stepping onto Arizona soil immediately conjured memories of Super Bowl 57 at State Farm Stadium, where the Chiefs had clinched a victory and Kelce had played a pivotal role. That day had not just been a win, but a defining moment for the team and for Kelce himself. As the players boarded their bus bound for a luxury hotel in downtown Phoenix, the city buzzed with the energy of what was to come. The team's schedule would allow for only a quick rest before a light practice session, a chance for players to acclimate not just to the playbook, but to Arizona's dry, relentless heat. Coach Andy Reid had made his expectations clear before the team even set foot on the plane, telling reporters that he wanted his squad to approach the preseason game with the same energy and seriousness they would bring to a playoff match. "We want the players to come in like it's a playoff game," Reid had said, and his message seemed to resonate with everyone, from seasoned veterans to the newest faces on the roster. Inside the hotel, players dropped their bags and gathered in. Small groups, reviewing tactics, talking strategy, and exchanging quiet words of encouragement. The Chiefs' training staff worked to ensure everyone stayed hydrated and ready for the conditions outside, knowing that even a brief practice in the Arizona sun could be punishing. For some of the younger players, this would be their first time experiencing the unique challenges of playing football in the desert, and the coaching staff was determined to prepare them as best they could. Travis Kelce, for his part, was more than just a star tight end. He was a leader, his presence giving confidence to those around him. After a season that had seen the Chiefs lift the Lombardi Trophy, Kelce's role had grown even larger, not just as a tactical asset, but as the emotional cornerstone for the team. "It's always special to come back to Arizona," Kelce told reporters as he stepped off the plane. "We had some great moments here, and hopefully this Saturday will be another great day." His words hung in the air, a promise and a challenge, all at once. As the sun set over Phoenix, the city itself seemed to take on an electric charge, full of expectation for the game ahead. The upcoming match against the Arizona Cardinals was more than just a preseason tune-up. It was a chance for Coach Reid to test out his young talent, to see how rookies and new signings would handle the pressure of a live game, while established stars like Patrick Mahomes and Kelce would likely have their minutes limited. The spotlight would shine on the newcomers, each eager to make their mark and earn a spot on the team. The Cardinals, meanwhile, were not to be underestimated. Though in the middle of a rebuilding phase, they remained a formidable opponent on their home turf, their fighting spirit amplified by the cheers of their own fans. The combination of a sweltering climate and the intensity of a home crowd promised to make the game a true test for Kansas City. Subscribe now for more behind-the-scenes coverage of the Chiefs' journey this season. In the hours leading up to kickoff, both teams would go through their final preparations. The Chiefs' coaching staff gathered in meeting rooms, poring over game film and refining their strategies. Players met with position coaches, working through last-minute adjustments and reviewing their assignments. The hotel's conference rooms became impromptu war rooms, where every detail was scrutinized and every scenario considered. Across the city, Cardinals fans prepared for the arrival of the reigning Super Bowl champions, eager to see how their team would fare against such a high-powered opponent. At State Farm Stadium, staff readied the field, making sure every blade of grass was perfect, every sideline marker in its place. Security teams moved into position, and vendors stocked up on food and drinks, anticipating a packed house for the Saturday evening showdown. For Chiefs fans who had traveled from Kansas City or other parts of the country, the trip to Arizona was more than just a chance to see their team play. It was a pilgrimage, a way to connect with fellow fans and show support in person. In the parking lots around the stadium, tailgate parties sprang up with fans grilling, playing games, and sharing stories of past victories. The camaraderie was infectious, the sense of community strong. As game day dawned, the excitement only grew. Local news stations broadcast live from outside the stadium, interviewing fans and analyzing the upcoming matchup. Social media buzzed with predictions and hype as both Chiefs and Cardinals supporters staked their claims for bragging rights. Inside the Chiefs' locker room, the atmosphere was charged with nervous energy. Jerseys hung neatly in rows, helmets polished to a shine. Travis Kelce moved through the room, offering high fives and words of encouragement to teammates. Mahomes, ever the competitor, studied his playbook with the coaching staff, making sure every detail was committed to memory. The younger players, meanwhile, tried to keep their nerves in check, knowing that every snap, every run, every block was a chance to prove themselves. On the Cardinals' side, the mood was equally intense. Their coaching staff emphasized the importance of starting strong, of using the home field advantage to put pressure on the Chiefs early. Veteran players took rookies aside, offering advice on how to handle the pressure and reminding them that anything could happen once the whistle blew. As the stadium filled with fans, the roar of the crowd grew louder, the anticipation reaching a fever pitch. When the Chiefs took the field for warm-ups, the cheers were deafening. Travis Kelce jogged to the end zone, waving to the fans who had supported him through every high and low. The Cardinals answered with their own show of force, their players feeding off the energy of the home crowd. As kickoff approached, both teams gathered for final huddles. In the Chiefs' circle, Coach Reid's voice rang out, urging his players to give everything they had. The atmosphere was electric, every player locked in, every coach focused on the task ahead. The coin toss was met with a roar from the crowd, and as the first whistle sounded, the game was underway. The opening minutes were tense, both teams feeling each other out, looking for weaknesses to exploit.